In the quiet countryside of Essex, an ordinary-looking bungalow once concealed the entrance to Britain's nuclear age. Behind that harmless surface, a tunnel descended toward a command system designed to continue beneath the earth. This is the world of Britain's Cold War bunkers, places designed for a crisis no one wanted to test. Kelvedon Hatch is one of the most striking survivors of that hidden landscape. It began not as a museum, but as part of Britain's hardened Cold War air defense network. Built in the early 1950s, it belonged to the age when radar, aircraft, and nuclear fear turned the sky into a front line. At first, the bunker served the logic of air defense: detect, track, command, respond. But as nuclear strategy changed, the bunker's purpose became darker and more political. By the Cold War's later decades, sites like this were adapted for emergency government planning after catastrophe. The idea was brutally simple. If normal government failed above, command had to continue below. This was not a public shelter for everyone. It was a bunker for continuity of command. Selected officials, communications staff, military planners, and civil servants would have worked inside a sealed world. The engineering challenge was not comfort. It was endurance under pressure, isolation, and fear. First came the earth itself, layers of soil absorbing distance, shock, and secrecy. Then came the concrete, heavy, thick, uncompromising, built to resist forces most buildings were never meant to face. Every corridor narrowed the world. Every door reminded people that the surface could become unreachable. Blast doors were more than barriers. They were psychological thresholds. On one side, the ordinary countryside. On the other, a planned continuity of government. Air was the first invisible enemy. In a nuclear emergency, the bunker had to breathe while filtering what came from the outside world. Filtration systems, sealed rooms, and controlled airflow became part of the architecture of survival. Power mattered just as much. Without electricity, the bunker would become a buried shell. Engines, fuel, batteries, and switchboards were the hidden organs of the underground command system. Water, food, heat, sleep, every basic need had to be calculated in advance. A bunker was not only a fortress, it was a temporary institution under concrete. Hundreds of selected staff could be expected to work, sleep, decide, and wait inside this sealed environment. But the real heart of the bunker was communication. If the country above was fractured, signals below had to remain alive. Messages could carry orders, reports, warnings, and fragments of a country under extreme stress. The map room turned geography into a survival problem. Roads, regions, emergency zones, power lines, food routes, all became decisions made under earth. The bunker was designed for control, but its existence revealed fear. It asked a question no engineer could fully answer. What remains of authority after disaster? Kelvedon Hatch carried several lives. Air Defense Station, Civil Defense Center, and later regional government headquarters. Each life left a different layer in the concrete. The original entrance was disguised because secrecy was part of the bunker's protection. From the outside, it could look almost ordinary. Inside, it was a three-level machine. That contrast is what makes Britain's Cold War bunkers so visually unsettling. They were not built to impress. They were built to endure. The design language was practical, almost ruthless. No ornament, no softness, no wasted space. And yet, in that lack of beauty, there's a strange kind of monumentality. This was Britain's invisible monument to a war that remained untested. A monument not to victory, but to preparation. Every pipe, every wire, every sealed door existed because planners imagined the breakdown of normal life. The most disturbing part is how calm the design feels. It treated catastrophe as an administrative problem to be managed underground. That is the real drama of Cold War engineering, turning national fear into floor plans. The bunker's deepest mystery is not hidden technology. It is the mindset that made such technology necessary. A country cannot build a place like this unless it has imagined the surface becoming unusable. And once you descend inside, the surface begins to feel almost unreal. The bunker does not show how society would survive the Cold War. It shows how government hoped to survive as an institution. That hope was both rational and terrifying. Today, many of these rooms can be visited as museum spaces, but the anxiety remains in the walls. The machines are silent. The doors are open, but the question they were built around has not disappeared. What should a nation protect when it believes the world above may fall? Britain's secret bunkers were not only shelters. They were blueprints for authority during national emergency. Beneath the earth, engineers built rooms for decisions no one wanted to make. And under ordinary fields, Britain preserved the architecture of a fear it hoped would never become real.